All right, let's get this session started, folks. Emergency meetings underway with Ripple. You already know we got the documents, the Hinman emails that we've been waiting to get for months now. In this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, the most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC. The conclusion, it appears that it's within sight. The ending to this whole story, the financial story of the century, quite possibly. Timing this all with a market crash that is going to be unprecedented after looking at the data, looking at the numbers, looking at how big they made this whole bubble. And then they decided to pop it by raising interest rates at the beginning of this year and set forth a series of events, of course, after the March 2020 event. So as you guys have been watching the show, you guys have been seeing this unfold. We now reach a climax in the story, approaching the end of October here. Key dates coming up, October 25th. We got a solar eclipse. Check the vibe. The energy will be present. Then we back-to-back eclipse it with another one coming up on November 7th and 8th, the November elections, midterm elections here in the United States. And I guess I might as well just get in right to it, guys. We have, as Monkeywork says, he's been checking the boards, and we have interesting movements within the United States military. Let's just leave it at that, and let's just say we have major movements underway, emergency meetings taking place that do include Ripple when we look at the financial aspect of this. But we've been watching the whole situation continue to break down. I know that recently, especially over the last week or so, the energy's kind of been dull, right? This kind of rollover to fall time, right? Everyone's kind of made their harvest, and now they're really hunkering down, preparing for winter. And you better be strapped in, folks, because the volatility, the chaos that is about to ensue, and the events that are about to take place are about to be absolutely historic. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you all. This is the greatest transfer of wealth, and I am your host, Zach Rector, and I appreciate everyone within this community who is helping me spread this message far and wide. Now is the time to prepare, making sure that you're taking action every single day and that you have strategies that are going to work in every single asset class. Let's get straight on into it. At the time of this recording, let's take a look at our price. We have our Bitcoin at 19,000. And let me refresh this. I want to make sure we got fresh prices. Ethereum at 1,286. And your XRP is all the way down at 44 cents. Okay, 44 cents for your XRP. You already know that we are still accumulating these assets, these suppressed assets. Take a look here at the charts. So looking here, Bitcoin trending sideways here for the last couple weeks. Actually for the last week here. The last time that we really had some volatility was on the 13th in a major way. We're looking at the 4-hour chart right here. So you can see these sticks over the last couple weeks here. We've just been hanging out, trading sideways, and we are right on the edge of something special here. I'm about to show you guys the volatility index chart, the VIX. Take a look at this one. And this is from Michael Kramer. We've been watching this guy's been comparing the fractals from the 2008 S&P 500 to today's S&P 500, and now he's showing us the VIX chart as your volatility index matching identically up right here with your VIX chart of 2008. So as I said, the charts, the data, the planetary alignments, it's all here. It's all pointing to this time, right? We knew that October was going to be red. We know that we still have a ways to go. And I think that we're right here, this moment right now, over the next couple weeks, folks. You're going to see it as we go into this election cycle. I think that don't try to pinpoint the date or hour, but I've been showing you guys we got this window of opportunity where it is primed to make a major, major move. The Bank of America is warning the United States Treasury market is at risk of a large-scale forced selling, the world's biggest bond market. Keep an eye on Japan. Now, we've been seeing what these central banks have been doing, taking record losses and having to start to pivot. Some of them already starting to pivot. Some of them haven't stopped their bond purchasing programs. They've just continued to keep things afloat through these different functions that they still have remaining. But this party's coming to an end. Santiago Veliz right here says, the bond and FX markets are in an unprecedented territory given sovereign debt. Something really big is going to break soon. I can't imagine owning any risk assets at this moment. To be 100% honest, but I'm forced to in the unlikely event the Fed finds religion. And to that point, he is correct. These assets, specifically talking about cryptocurrency commodities that are going to run the new financial system, the future is as bright as could be. And you know me, how bullish I am. But during this time, be ready, because these are the most volatile, the most risky, and I call cryptocurrency the most manipulated market in existence today. So although it's looking great, and I'm about to show you guys in the next article here, Charles Gasparino's got the inside scoop for us on Gary Gensler about to release his new market structure proposal. We are so close. They've been able to keep this suppressed. They've been able to sue anyone who is actually a threat to the system, is a threat to the cabal banking cartel. That would be Ripple. That's why we're in this lawsuit. They are actually a threat, ready to solve trillion-dollar problems and run markets that are valued in the hundreds of trillions and quadrillions of dollars. We can scale to that size with ease. We are about to get regulations passed. Our Congress is finally going to have to do something. And then the SEC cheered Gensler right here. Gary Gensler, this is from Charles Gasparino, the Inside Scoop. Gensler is expected to release his new market structure proposal in November, the biggest change in the markets in decades. Plan is designed to route all retail orders to an auction that could be done by the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ exchange. The plan will be phased in tranches. Gensler told market players who spoke to Fox Business, Gensler believes market makers, Virtue Finance, Citi Securities are too opaque, handling orders from Robinhood. He's warned auctions could backfire since market makers take all trades and often eat losses. Excuse me. This story is developing, but this is where we're talking about emergency meetings taking place. We have a meeting that took place between the Ripple and SEC lawyers today as this SEC lawsuit comes to a conclusion. We have market makers right now that are speaking to Charles Gasparino, giving him the inside scoop on how they're trying to consolidate all this retail trading. They're trying to bring it in to the old systems, New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ exchange, set to be they want to bring cryptocurrency to these market makers. And then at the end of this, we're going to talk once again about Alan from the Staple Crew, who has a little friend named Bob, who works for a market maker for the Treasury, who is going to be meeting with Ripple. And a little sneak peek, little something to throw at you. We have locked down an interview with Alan coming this Saturday, where we're going to be speaking with Alan. We want the whole scoop that he has for us in regards to his friend Bob, who is a market maker at the Treasury. As far as I know, this is going to be his first exclusive interview with anyone in the XRP community, and we're gonna try to get out as much as we can, as much as we can about this story about this gentleman named Bob, who apparently works as some market maker for the Treasury. That's meeting with Ripple coming up in the next week or something. I just spoke to Alan was this yesterday, and we locked down this interview for this Saturday at 11 Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me and Alan gonna chop it up. He's a great guy. Had a great conversation with him. We're gonna be talking about this market maker, why they would be meeting with Ripple, and the timing of all of this. And Alan, just having a quick conversation with him, he's got a lot of stories to share with you guys. He's been in the game for a while. He told me he was trading silver back when the Hunt brothers were trying to run up the silver market. He's been around, and he's been sitting across the table from some people that matter. And I saw some people when I mentioned him in a couple videos ago, my response to his video, my reaction to it. People said, you really believe him, or this and that. I think this story's BS. Well, okay, yeah, we got to verify, but all we can go with is our gut instinct. We feel him out, we vibe it out, and we have a conversation. We have an adult conversation, what this channel's always been about. So for me, it's not about trying to pick the guy apart. I could tell you right away, when I had my first conversation with this gentleman, he's not about the clout. He's not about the BS, the hype, trying to get a bunch of followers for his YouTube channel. In the conversation we had, he said he just wants to help the regular person figure out this new asset class, figure out what opportunity we really have. And he says this is going to be one of the greatest wealth transfers ever. I said, we can chop it up for sure on this one, Alan, and I'm really looking forward to this conversation. So check that one out, guys. That's going to be on Saturday, this Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? I'm looking forward to having this conversation, but this is going to be an extension on all of these meetings that we're starting to see. Market makers talking here with Gary Gensler about the new structure that he's going to be proposing. And this is going to be one of the biggest changes in markets in decades. Guys, this is so amazing. We are here. But bringing it back to the post before about how Santiago was saying these risk assets, how it's such a scary time to hold them, that's what we have to understand. Is now a good time to buy XRP? Well, yeah, I've been saying for over a year now that your time is running out to acquire these suppressed assets because no one knows when they're going to flip the switch. We got some windows of time. We got some stuff that's aligning right now that tells me we're very freaking close, but we don't know the day or hour, and we don't need to because we're not waiting around. Okay, our XRP, our silver, all the suppressed assets, we've been stacking the hell out of them. We understand what we hold. We start to see that market makers are meeting with Ripple. Gee, how could that be possible when they're in the middle of an SEC lawsuit? Okay, but we are here. So the point being, be ready to ride out. We could go down another 40, 50% for your cryptocurrencies. That's the point I want to get through to you guys. Is now a good time to buy XRP? Well, yes, but your bag could get smacked another 50%. You got to be ready to ride out the storm. You got to build infrastructure. You got to build a ship that's going to be able to withstand this financial hurricane, this economic hurricane. Okay? But on the other side, which we're very close to, it's looking good. Now, check this out. This is another thing this is another point that has everyone all in a tizzy. Everyone's all riled up about this, trying to figure out the dates on when ISO is going to go live, and all of my ISO coins are going to pump simultaneously, and I'll have generational wealth. Everyone's now getting all riled up because, once again, Eurosystem rescheduled start of renewed wholesale payment system. So they're saying that the launch of the new real-time gross settlement system in T2 rescheduled from November of this year to March of next year. Okay, so they're pushing it back another 4 or 5 months. Guys, don't worry. When this thing does happen, okay, it's going to make the rest of the space very uncomfortable. They won't be around anymore. It's very simple. They won't be around anymore. And all of that liquidity is going to pour in. All of the old system will be tapped into the new system, will be rolling over. All the digits on the screens from the old guard gets rolled over into the new system. And you guys are going to see how big this derivatives market really is. Quadrillions of dollars set to come into this space. In the meantime, we get in a tizzy trying to figure out when this ISO going to go live. Guys, Swift members already had the opportunity to opt in back in August. Some of them already have. Some people are moving ahead with or without the European Central Bank, delaying it once again. The Fed payment system, delaying it till next year. Oh gosh, we're not going to get rich till next year. We can't have that mindset. Now, I understand that it's been hard. It's been frustrating. It's been 10 months now of a bear market that has felt like hell for many people, right? But for others, but for some of us, we've built real infrastructure, real businesses. Our businesses are thriving right now. We're hitting all new all-time highs for what we're doing within our businesses, for some. So there's two different sides of the road, two different sides of the coin right now, and it's up to you to make a choice right now. And I understand it's been tough. I understand we've been waiting. As an XRP holder, we've been waiting, but we are so close, guys, to this settlement. Folks, check it out. Okay, one more thing before we get into this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit update. Check this out. Sologenic NFT marketplace is fully prepared for the XLS20 update. That's going to be coming in within 2 weeks here. Sologenic is an NFT marketplace. You know, I participated in the Solo drop. It was pretty lame, kind of sucked. But nonetheless, we want utility on the XRP ledger, so we're a fan and we support it. Okay, we didn't get rich off their airdrop. I don't care. They're building utility. Good. Let's see what you can do. That's all I care about, you know? And they say with the new standard just around the corner, join us for an AMA to address any questions about the migration process and upcoming features. Yeah, so we've been looking forward to this for a while now, but the XLS20 update is less than 2 weeks away now. All of the validators have agreed, and we will be getting our update here soon. Now, actually, I need to take a sip of my adult beverage. Cheers to everyone within the XRP community. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. Check this out. Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Make sure we smash that thumbs up for me. Here we go. This is it, folks. Jeremy Hogan with our update starting out this morning. He says, what is going on in the Ripple versus SEC case? The parties have filed with the court under seal reply briefs to each other's motions for summary judgment. We can't see these yet. They also filed numerous exhibits, etc., which we also can't see. The parties are speaking today about what parts of the briefs they want redacted. The summary judgment briefs from last month really talked past each other, so these are the briefs where we'll really see how strong each position is. And for example, what response will the SEC have? The briefs are scheduled to be made public next Monday, but last month, the SEC ignored that deadline and filed its a day early. So be on the lookout anytime Sunday or Monday for those to drop. After that, there's just one more brief on November 15th, and then we are basically done. Now, check this out. So we got to clarify this because people got all confused. People got excited. Once again, I understand why everyone's getting excited and trying to front run this. Or we've been waiting for a while. It was thrown around the community last night that the Sunshine meeting was going to be taking place today, along with these meetings that were happening between the Ripple lawyers and the SEC lawyers. But we have to understand that is two separate meetings, and that the Sunshine Act meetings are no surprise, are nothing special. And the Sunshine Act was a law that was passed back in the 70s that basically just says that any government agency has to report when they're having some sort of agency meeting. That's all it is. And you can go back and look, the Sunshine Act meetings, there was Sunshine meetings that took place last month in September. And I remember at the same time, I actually was guilty of being like, oh, okay, you know, getting excited. Sunshine meeting, they're talking about current cases, they're talking about litigation, they're talking about settlements. They do this all the time. So this is absolutely normal. So just to answer everyone's questions, concern, confusion, and hype about what was happening today, you had two separate deals taking place. The SEC having closed door meetings where they're talking about all of their current cases, all of that. That's nothing new. And they very well could have been talking about Ripple. We don't know that. That's just would be pure speculation by us. I mean, they very well probably did mention Ripple or have in other meetings been talking about Ripple because clearly this case is coming to a conclusion. Okay. But yeah, just to share this with you guys, the government in the Sunshine Act enacted on September 13th, 1976, affects the operations of the federal government, Congress, federal commissions, and other legally constituted federal bodies. It is one of a number of Freedom of Information Acts intended to create greater transparency in government. So nothing special going on here, guys. Nothing special. Now, obviously, settlement is right here, right around the corner. As I'm about to show you guys, we got the documents. Stuart Alderati, over 18 months and 6 court orders later, we finally have the him and Doc's internal SEC emails and drafts of his infamous 2018 speech. While they remain confidential for now, at the SEC's insistence, I can say that it was well worth the fight to get them. I've always felt good about our legal arguments, and I feel even better now. I always felt bad about the SEC's tactics, and I feel even worse about them now. I'm going to let you guys try to come up with a conclusion on how you think this is going to play out based off of that statement right there, right? I've always felt good about our legal arguments, and I feel even better now. Now, people were asking, did he, are those documents redacted? They're not redacted, from my understanding, for the Ripple lawyers, for the defendants in the case. But what they're meeting right now, what we just covered with Jeremy Hogan, they're going over what will be redacted in the summary judgment briefs. So the final briefs that'll be filed next month, we're going to be seeing, they're basically fighting it out on what is going to be redacted, okay? But as far as the parties, they get to see those documents. So they have it all. They absolutely have it all. And what does Brad Garlinghouse have to say? The SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will shock you. Now, interesting to note that Brad says, when the truth eventually comes out. So to me, it sounds like we're going to get to see, we're gonna know the truth before this story's over. Is there gonna be some redactions? Very well could be. Quite possible, yes. But we will understand, we will get to see just how corrupt Hinman and the SEC were in their tactics in this legal battle, and how the whole thing, how they never had a case, and they're absolutely guilty of corruption working within their federal agency that definitely needs to be reined back in, which I think is going to be one of the main objectives in the next 2 years when we see the midterms elections flip and we have a different scenario here in the United States. Basically the Republicans and the Democrats right now are both agreeing that they need to rein in the SEC. Okay, and in this case, I think is going to be a major settlement. I think that this will be the Ripple test is going to set the precedent for the whole space, the whole industry, and I think that it's going to be part of that reform, the structural recommendations that Gary Gensler is going to be rolling out here shortly, right? So we just covered that at the beginning of the show. Charles Gasparino saying that market makers are reporting that Gary Gensler is going to be rolling out his structural changes, the biggest changes in decades. And then we're also going to be having this Ripple test established, which I think is going to set forth the precedent for the cryptocurrency space, how to do an ICO or how not to do an ICO, like Ripple never did an ICO. They were gifted the XRP. They were gifted the decentralized digital commodity that I call the most valuable digital commodity in existence, right? The Ripple test will be established and we're going to be well on our way. And digital asset investor, this is so amazing. Think of any of these people. He says, think any of these people are going to have trouble sleeping tonight. And this is the people from the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance who communicated with Bill Hinman from May 2017 through December of 2020, right before that lawsuit dropped. And it includes Joseph Lubin from Consensus, all of the folks from Consensus, Ethereum Foundation, Perkins Coie, all of these law firms, Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz. I mean, it's just incredible how deep that list goes. And it's all of the people that were trying to hold back Ripple, all of the people that were working with JP Morgan trying to compete. I still got people in my comments asking me, do you think that JP Morgan solution is going to compete with Ripple XRP? No, I don't think that they have anything to compete with Ripple. I don't think that there's any competition for XRP. Just to answer that question very simply, okay? Now, another key point here that we want to make is that the people have been heard, and John Deaton, huge shout out to John Deaton for helping us win this case and making our points that we didn't have an investment contract with Ripple. We just invested in the XRP ledger because we believe in it and we believe in the people that are building on it, including Ripple, including some of the other developers and the technology. That's what we invested in. Now, we have no contract with Ripple, no contract with any of the developers, no contract with any of the validators. We have a contract with God to do right with our wealth once we come into it. That's all we got. That's all we got. That's the only contract I've signed. But Eleanor Terrett reporting that in its opposition to the SEC government's motion for summary judgment, Ripple lawyers made use of affidavits signed by XRP users or purchasers, as they refer to them in the document, explaining how they did not expect profits from Ripple's efforts when they made their investments. This means the voices of some of the XRP community were heard because of John Deaton's work as amicus curiae. He tells me this will officially poke holes in the SEC's argument that XRP holders entered into an investment contract with Ripple. More to come. Folks, we got them. We absolutely got them. And then check out this quote from Brad. He says, quote, "We are not only on the right side of the law, but we will be on the right side of history." Amen, Brad. And may all truth be revealed. We need to hold our government, these public officials, accountable. They're supposed to be helping to create a level playing field, opportunity for entrepreneurs to build, capitalists to fix our world's biggest problems, actually move humanity forward. Unlike what we saw with Ethereum, unlike the utility that is not there for Bitcoin, unlike how JP Morgan, Consensus, the Ethereum Foundation, and these actors have played in the space so far. And as we saw, even BitBoy Crypto today, calling out he calls them the devils of the cryptocurrency space, including Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX and some of the others. So this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been here for. This is why we have created this platform, is because we want to have these conversations where all truth will be revealed. And we want to be on the right side of the law and right side of history when this is all said and done. The greatest transfer of wealth in world history. We know that the games have been playing here for the past 2 years. Much could have been fixed already, but we're fighting a cabal, a banking cartel, a power-hungry, sick, psychopathic elite class that does not want to give up power. It's very simple. And this is much more than just our financial economic world. Obviously, you guys have seen the tentacles spread into every aspect of our lives. They want complete control over us, over our bodies, over our thoughts, everything. And you guys know where this goes, right? They can't stop it. Nothing can stop what is coming. The beautiful thing here in this country, as I've been saying, is we still have a rule of law. As jacked up as this country has gotten, as terrible as it may seem, we still have that United States Constitution, Bill of Rights, and fundamental structure of our government that at the time of this recording still makes me optimistic about our situation. Still makes me optimistic that when this is all said and done, we will be on the right side of the law, we will be on the right side of history, and we will have profited massively from taking advantage of that opportunity. A humongous transfer of wealth to the righteous people who did the research, blocked out the noise, fought through the resistance, fought through the disinformation, misinformation campaigns that have been ran against this community in particular. All of the distractions that have kept just the regular person from being able to even get to the point of recognizing and understanding this opportunity. But here we are, so close to the finish line, folks. I see we have almost 1,000 with us in tonight's chat. It is an absolute party, not only in this live stream, folks, but also with Ripple. Quite interesting that the SEC handed over the Hinman emails on Ripple's 10th anniversary. Folks, it is an absolute party. David Schwartz, look who I found. Now, he's pictured with that beautiful, good-looking gentleman right there. That would be Craig DeWitt, okay? Who is Craig DeWitt? Let's go take a look here. This is from fxcompare.com. Craig DeWitt from Ripple appointed to the Senior Faster Payments Council role. Craig DeWitt, who is currently in post as the Senior Product Director at Ripple, said that he would be taking on a role at the Faster Payments Council, which is an industry-led member organization. DeWitt said that he was proud to be getting involved with the organization and helping to investigate central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs for short. Proud to share, I've been selected as the Vice Chair for the U.S. Faster Payments Council for the cross-border payments. Now, folks, let's make a very important point, because we've been talking about this topic lately with CBDCs. Is it bad? Is it evil? What are we going to do? We want these guys at the table, these guys and gals at Ripple, we want them at the table helping the U.S. Faster Payments Council and these other, central banks, the Treasury, building out these CBDCs. We want people like David Schwartz helping build the technology, Brad Garlinghouse, people that stand for truth. Ripple, the most transparent company in the space. This is who we want at the table. We don't want the rest of these cabal actors, right? These sellouts, these guys that don't care about the regular people. Some call them the suits, right? It's this whole thing that's getting disrupted, and people act like Ripple and XRP is bad and evil because they're helping facilitate CBDCs. No, we want good guys and gals sitting at the table, righteous people that understand that what we need to prevent, what we need to protect, what problems we need to solve. What's the new slogan that they have plastered in the subways in London, and I think they did them in New York as well? Ripple means business. That's what we're here for. Getting business done, real deals, no BS, no time to waste. And we've been stalled up, we've been held up, the most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC, and you guys are seeing it's all coming to a conclusion. I believe this is going to be one of the greatest opportunities. I think that we've taken full advantage, and we're going to continue to double down on those investments. If you guys are looking to get tapped in, head on over to my website, xrpledger.com. And other than that, make sure that you guys hit that notification bell and mark it down on your calendar. This Saturday, we're going to be meeting with Alan. Alan has a friend that works for a market maker for the Treasury. Okay, so once again, you see, the emergency meetings are taking place, and who are they calling to the table? The market maker for the Treasury, who are they calling to the table? In the middle of the biggest liquidity crisis that we've ever seen. The worst year for bonds, worst year for stock. I mean, everything is collapsing. Who are they calling to the table during this emergency session? You think those guys are playing around during this opportunity? They're not playing around. They got no time to waste. We need the real players at the table, and that's Ripple. And that's why that market maker for the Treasury is meeting with Ripple, and why we've seen Ripple at the Bank of International Settlements going back years, the IMF, years. Where do we see them now? They're part of the biggest CBDC projects in the world. including the euro, the digital pound, and here in the United States as well. And is CBDC good? Is it bad? It's technology. It could be used for good and it could be used for bad. The US dollar, fiat, paper, funny money can be used to pay for crimes against humanity, or it can be used for good. It's just money. It's just a commodity. It's just a resource, right? What we are investing in, I believe, is technology that works. And what I speak about, what I've built my platform on, is standing for all truth being revealed and standing for the righteous fight, standing for the people, standing for a level playing field. Okay? And I want Brad at the table with our Fed, with our Treasury, with Rosie and team, with sitting down with our White House, penciling out the deals, getting the deals done, and knowing that they're at the table representing, I think, the whole world, all humanity. Like Ripple told us, they want to put a dent in the universe and service all 7 billion people on the planet. They want to make XRP a world reserve currency that's as liquid as a G10 currency. It's so simple. So not only do they have multiple central bank digital currencies that are already built on the XRP ledger, as I said, they have the biggest CBDC projects that they're working with, that they're part of those associations. Digital pound, digital euro, United States, the biggest central banks in the Middle East, Asia corridors already lit up, unbelievable amount of on-demand liquidity taking place in Asia. The CEO of SBI says that every bank in Japan will be using XRP by 2025. But I made that point at the beginning of this, Santiago Valise saying, I would hate to be in risk assets, but I got to be in risk assets in case the Fed finds religion. Not only is there that a possibility, I hope that our Fed, Treasury, everyone within our government has a come to Jesus moment. I think our country needs that. The powers that be need that. Okay. Some people need to be removed. They need to step down. The crimes that they've committed are that bad. You're going to have to step aside and we're going to have to hold you accountable for that. But let's get them out of the way so that we can move humanity forward. And when those seats from the table, the table that's running the world, right? These groups that we all talk about now. As the old players fall, as the old players look for someone to help them, I want Brad at that table. I want Ripple going to that table. I want David Schwartz explaining to these central banks how you can build your CBDC on the XRP ledger in one day. Hey, we can onboard your central bank digital currency in one day, no problem. Yep. We'll assign you as a couple team members here, roll you over, no problem. That's what I want happening. I believe in Ripple. I believe in Brad. I believe in team, celebrating a 10-year anniversary. Looking forward to another 10 years of success, 10 years of dominating the payments infrastructure, solving problems valued in the trillions. And as you guys are seeing, we finally have won. Finally got the documents. And Brad says that it's going to be revealed eventually. Will there be some redactions? Sure. But we're going to win. We will win. And what the hell do you think is going to happen to that XRP price? Oh, and people tell me that XRP at $10 would be, bigger than the market cap of Bitcoin. There's still people with that mindset. And may God be with them. And gosh, I already know how their program's working out. Kevin O'Leary, I had another article that I didn't share in tonight's episode. Kevin O'Leary saying that he's selling these other coins at a loss so that he can buy more Bitcoin. Just thinking, wow, hope that program works out for you, Kevin. You give me Bitcoin, I'm going to give it away. I'm going to convert it to something else. Same with Ethereum. Won't touch it. But that's another point I wanted to make, is that you're going to start to see we have major sell pressure towards the end of the year, as you're going to see tax loss harvesting come in, which maybe some of you guys are going to, should be looking at that as well. Remember, you have about 2 months left to change your tax status. Something I've been talking about with my Discord group and our Discord weekly call here. You got 2 months left to kill it in your business and change your tax situation. Very, very, very important. Got to sit down with your accountant right now. Got to hash out a strategy. Let's kill it, run it up for the last 2 months, but then also make the proper investments and allocations so that you can reduce your tax bill. Okay? Folks, head on over to the website, zachrichter.com. We would love to have you join our investment community. Okay, we're doing a lot of great things over there. We will be having another Discord weekly call Saturday mornings at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. We always do our weekly calls in the Discord group. I would love to see you guys there. It gives my community a question to, sit down with me. I get to have just a great conversation with them, not one-on-one, but a group session where they can actually ask their question directly to me. And my group, I love them. They always catch me with some good questions where I'm like, oh, okay, shit, let's break this down. And so that gives me a really good opportunity to go deep on these questions that they have. So if you're looking to get tapped in, it's all available over there at the website, zachrector.com. I would love to see you guys there. This Saturday, Discord weekly call, 8:30 a.m. And then that'll be warming us up for the session at 11 a.m. with Alan from the Stable Crew. That's going to be a fantastic conversation. Really looking forward to that. He sat across the table from big hitters, from people that matter, that are doing deals, getting stuff done. That's who we want to be tapped into. And that's what we've managed to, build out in our community as well, is we got people within multiple organizations, military. We got eyes and ears all over the place, all over the world. And it's a beautiful thing that we've been able to build over there. But before I run, I just want to say thank you so much, guys. I think we're about to bust through 45,000 subscribers here on YouTube. And we're at about 290-something thousand on TikTok. And then we do 8,000 on Twitter, okay? So we've been able to amass a community of a few 100,000. I couldn't do that without your guys' support. You guys really mean so much to me, helping me spread this message, smashing that thumbs up button, and making sure that you hit that notification bell so that you can join us for all of the parties that we have. We will be partying here soon, okay? But folks, strap in. The next couple weeks are going to be some bangers. We're going to have some events taking place, and the volatility will be present. So make sure you guys are strapped in. Let me take a few questions from you guys, okay? I think we ran it up tonight, didn't we? Almost 1,000 in the chat. Thank you so much. We got a little super chat from eFog. We have to be close. Yeah, eFog, we are right there, brother. So close. Thank you for the super chat. If I missed any other super chats, I apologize. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the support. Okay, let's do another one. Yep. How can they tax crypto? They have no laws on the books defining crypto. Well, Fritz, as it stands right now, crypto is taxed as property. So it's basically the same as real estate. You're going to have your short-term and long-term capital gains tax, but just talk with your accountant, guys. And I always just leave it to the accountants, leave it to the lawyers, leave it to the professionals. It's up to you to make money and then figure out what investments you need to, allocate to multiply it. You got to make it. Your accountants, your professionals will help you keep it, but then it's up to you to once again multiply that. Okay, got to make it, got to keep it, got to multiply it. That's what's so important. TK 10 spot, appreciate you, Zach. TK, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the support. Jesus is God. Amen. Amen. You better get right with somebody because the vibe's about to check you regardless of who you believe in, folks. Get ready. Now, people ask me, what does it mean when I say massive energy is coming in for the eclipses? It means massive energy, massive volatility, massive chaos. I don't know what the exact event's going to be. I don't know what false flag they got planned next. There's a dozen different scenarios. I don't know which way the market's going to go exactly, but I think it's going to go down. But folks, the energy will be here. What does that mean? Well, shit, we're trying to figure it out on a daily basis. But we've prepared ourselves accordingly. And as I continue to say, once you get to that point of understanding, okay, we have, dozens of different scenarios that could play out. You prepare the same way for basically all of those scenarios. Cash on the sidelines, ready to invest further, ready to buy the dip. If you're like me, you might short Bitcoin. You might short Bitcoin in the meantime. Not financial advice. Ready to buy the dip. Ready to buy real estate over the next year. Massive opportunity in real estate coming. I had a couple points on that. The average mortgage rate's up to over 7% now in the United States. 30-year fixed mortgage, over 7%. And I just reached out to my mortgage broker, and I'm working with him right now. Like I said, every single asset class, make sure your strategies are tight, execute them every single day. Got to get these deals done, got to be prepared to make even more deals. God, it's so exciting. In the last week or so, the energy's kind of been dull, kind of been dead. Folks, we just got the Hinman documents. The eclipse energy's coming in. Massive, massive troop movements within the United States. And I got to be careful here. I don't even really want to say anything further than that, but I am going to be reaching out to some of my sources, military, and seeing where we stand, seeing where we're at. That's important. Military, God bless them. God bless our troops. And we pray for peace on this channel. We continue to pray for peace. But there's some big things underway. And you guys are seeing the evacuations out of Ukraine. The situation's so tight. It's so sensitive that I really don't plan on talking about it. I've only brought it up, and I make a couple points here and there. As we move in, as we go through a couple of events, it's going to be very sensitive. So if you guys are wondering why I maybe back off that topic a little bit, because you're not allowed to really go in depth and have the adult conversation talking about all truths in that situation. Do I have any deals on cold wallets? David, you can go down below to the xrpl Titan. It'll hold your XDC. It'll hold some of your other cryptocurrencies as well. Get that xrpl Titan. That's a very solid wallet. You can get that in the links down below. Yeah, guys, check out my affiliates down below. If you guys want to support the channel, that's another way to do so, and I really do appreciate that. You can get your xrpl cold wallets. I don't even know about the rest of my affiliates. Of course, we have the precious metals, which, folks, take a look at this. If you have your 401k IRA is in precious metals and you've been looking on doing something different, you don't really like what your money manager's been doing, that program hasn't been working out, I'm not here to be your financial advisor, but I have partnered up with this company, Goldco. Link on down below, link at the top of my website too. If you just go to my website at the very top, the link that says precious metals, get in touch with my people and they will help you roll over your 401k IRA retirement account to precious metals allocation. Okay. And I interesting thing that Alan just told me. Alan, looking forward to that interview on Saturday. He said to me, this is someone who was trading silver back in the 80s when the Hunt brothers ran the silver market. He said that now is the most important time to be owning silver, in his opinion. So not financial advice, folks, but if you're looking to get your precious metals, they actually will ship them directly to your house as well if you're looking to do that. So links on down below. Check out the affiliates. Check out that partner right there for rolling over your 401ks. And we appreciate you guys for using those links and helping out the show. Appreciate all the support. All right, TikTok, what are we working with? Let me take a few more questions, folks. Thank you. Wannabe Crypto, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. What's the realistic number XRP will go to within a month of winning the case? I think it can easily go to double digits, $10, easily. $10 to $30 is my initial targets on breakout. Zach, remember TikTok made you famous. Don't forget us. Thank you, Crypto Puppy. I appreciate that. Yeah, huge shout out to the TikTok army. Go to your local Goodwill and look for precious metals. They sell stuff all the time for cheap. That's interesting. I didn't know that Goodwill had gold and precious metals. I'm scared for you guys in California. Yeah, I was just in California too. Yeah, I agree. What is that? I don't even know what your name is. I know you're always in the chat. DNE OPEC. Neopec. Interesting name. It says gold silver ratio is about 10x out of whack with the mine refined production rate of about 8 to 1. Silver is on sale. Yeah, it's all jacked up. It's all jacked up. I've heard some people say 16 times the ratio. And then if you look what's happening with the COMEX vaults too, it's all right there for you to see. If you look at the details, it's all there. It's all there. Zach, do you have any thoughts on Gensler's attempt to stop us non-accredited investors from trading crypto, and specifically XRP? Jim, they want to raise the minimum investment to $10 million. I think that they will actually be able, well, I hope that they get stopped from doing that, but there's a chance that they can do that. And then after they set the precedent, after they set the clarity for cryptocurrency, some of them could be securities, right? Many of them will be securities. And then it will be a matter of, you'll have to be an accredited investor to invest pre-IPO in them, right? Then it'll be just like the traditional market. You have to be accredited to invest pre-IPO, and you could be non-accredited and invest your 401k or your traditional investment account into the securities as well. That's messed up. That's not right. I think that he will be stopped. I hope he is stopped from raising that minimum to $10 million. I think that that's, I think that there shouldn't be any minimum on that. I think that the SEC should get the hell out of our lives, you know, but that's just my opinion on it. As far as what he'll actually be able to do, they pass a lot of stupid stuff in the name of keeping us safe, don't they? So that's the fight that we're in. As far as my thoughts, he can go to hell. So if you, will you sell if it reaches $30 within a month of winning the case, or hold for longer? I don't really like getting that hypothetical on when it hits this price within a month. I don't like doing that. Your exit strategy should be, when it goes to $10, I'm going to sell off 5% of my bag. When it goes to $20, I'm going to sell off 5% of my bag. That's my strategy right now as it stands. So that way you write that down, you have it in writing, so that when we get to that moment, all of the chaos is ensuing, you're in a whole different situation, you still can have that conviction and stick to your plan. When you're getting excited and you think that it's going to go to $100, you stick to your plan. So as far as when it could, you know, if it could go to $10 to $30 after the settlement, and within a month after settlement it hits $30, what are you going to do? Don't worry about all that nonsense before that. Focus on when XRP hits, you know, the price, I'm going to sell this much, or whatever your exit strategy is going to be. At $50 XRP, that's when I'm going to take out loans against my XRP. I'm going to use my XRP as collateral to roll into businesses and real estate. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't care. As long as it's in the next decade, we change our lives forever. Hope Gone, thank you for the 9 spot. Euro dollar. Hey Zach, thank you for all you do. Any update on the XLM deep dive? Yeah, I would answer that by saying that I'll get it out in the next week, but that's kind of my go-to answer, and you guys have been waiting for that for a while. But let me just say that it's coming soon. Coming very soon. I wanted to get Alan on this week because that's very time sensitive and very critical. And so that's going to be very important this week. We're going to have that interview with Alan. We've also been in touch with a couple other people too that want me on their show. I'll keep you guys posted on that. So yeah, but that's how I knew that Alan was legit. Is because he's not trying to make the rounds on all of the XRP channels and get a bunch of clout and blow up and get a bunch of followers. That's not why he's here. He's already made it. He's already good. He's already comfortable. And I'll just let him tell his story about being a yacht captain and, you know, some of the people that he's been around. And then his friend Bob, obviously, being the market maker for the Treasury. When I spoke with him just a couple days ago, he said that that meeting's still on, but it has not occurred yet. But he's spoken with Bob since, and I'll let you know, you guys will have to tune back in on Saturday to get the full story. But I'm really looking forward to that conversation. But XLM Deep Dive is coming because the Meridian Conference took place last week, which was their Stellar's annual conference. So yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to pull all of the information that I can find from that Stellar Meridian conference. And then I'm going to update you guys after that. James Colin, thank you for the 777 love from Australia. I appreciate that, James. We got a whole bunch of family from Australia, don't we? Sam Sheffield, 5 spot. Zach, wouldn't it be reasonable to wait on loan collateral and bank contracts until after any financial collapse happens? XRP may temporarily crash. Sam, that's a good point. And that's the thing, is it's tough to think that far out in advance. My thinking now is that when XRP hits 50 bucks, that will be after the financial crash has already occurred. But that's where, you know, it's all speculation. And as far as a numbers perspective and on where I'm at in my life, I think that it best serves me to, here's my full exit strategy. So simple. 5% of my bag at 10 bucks, 5% about 20 bucks, about. I'm not going to be setting the sell order for exactly $10. Okay, but I'm going to sell about 5% of my bag at $10, another 5% at 20, and then once the price, what I say is, once it stabilizes and reaches $50, that's when I'm going to be feeling comfortable going to Bank of America or going to some DeFi play that I actually trust to stake, lend, collateralize my XRP. Whoever has the best deal, whether that's Bank of America or it's Player, I don't care. Okay? Whoever brings me the best deal, I'm signing that one. Okay? And then it's about knowing what you're going to be investing in next. Business opportunities, real estate for me. Gabriel Lopez, is that how you say that? Gabriel Lopez, 999. Appreciate that 10 spot. But Sam, that's a good point. You know, it's tough. I don't want, to that point, Sam, I don't want to take out any loans until all of the regulations have been set. I can trust everyone. The whole system's been purged out. That's a great question, Sam, because I need to see everything get cleared out before anybody's getting my XRP. Anybody. Like, and I've mentioned this in the past too, that I don't even trust the exchanges to get our sell orders to go through when XRP goes to some of these price points and when it's pumping. I think that that's going to be a crazy moment too. There's so many different scenarios, and you could sit here and speculate all of the different scenarios, but for me, it's about my financial situation and, you know, what am I going to do with that money when I do cash out and when I collateralize it. So the reason why I'm selling some of it now at $10 and at $20 is because I just need a place for my family, and I want to capture some of my profit after holding XRP for so long. I think that it would be almost irresponsible to not take some of that profit and take care of my family. If I was a single degenerate bachelor, then maybe I'd be doing something different. I don't know. But I got a family. I got to take care of my family. And we need to get a self-sustainable farm rolling that I can ride out this New World Order beast storm from. You know what I'm saying? So, and then by the way, I had an exit strategy of selling 5% of my bag at 10, 5% at 20, back when I had way less XRP. I have a lot more XRP now. So that scenario's also changed too. So there's so many different moving parts, and then you speculate on how it all could roll out. But that's always been the main ticket for me. I need to see the systems purged. I need to see the regulations set, level playing field, and then who's left standing? Who can I trust? Let's cut a deal. Yeah, I have 5,000 XRP to use as a down payment for that farm. Okay, and then I go to this bank and I lend them 5,000 XRP, and I'm going to go use that to go buy another business. That's the plan. And then we still have more XRP. And I'll just leave it at that. And then we got more XRP. And more XRP. This bank gets this much. This, whatever it takes. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so fun. How old are you for you to be waiting a decade? I'm 28. Once Trump comes back, we're going to make America great again. Man, I am not waiting for anyone to save me. I ask God to protect me. I thank God for giving me the opportunity. And then I just am hitting it hard, man. Every day, massive execution on our strategies that have been proven. Andrew Carnegie's model is what started our strategies for business. So that was well over a century ago, from basically the 1860s to the beginning of the 1900s. Andrew Carnegie's model is the strategy for business. And then as far as the strategies for real estate, I take up kind of the Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Ken McElroy strategies. But as I said, you guys, I'm just going to be I'm going to be beginning to build my real estate portfolio over the next year. And that's going to be amazing, right? When everything's going to be going on sale. And I was talking with a friend today. I said, man, I hope they keep the interest rates this high. I wish they would just let the market set the interest rates. That's how it should be. In a free market, the interest rates would be set by the market, right? But the Fed has been manipulating the whole damn system. So now no one can survive at these higher interest rates, which for me, someone who has next to no debt, tons of cash flow, I say bring it on, because now I just get to go to everyone who does have assets that I want, and I get to negotiate them down, whether that's real estate, whether that's business. In the businesses that I already run, I get to take over more market share because my competition that has a bunch of debt, tight margins, gets squeezed out, and, well, they hand us their business or they sell it to us. Zach, how will XRP go down because Bitcoin goes down to 10K, but at the same time XRP goes up because of the case? Well, that's the thing. Everyone wants to speculate on every single moving part, every single date, every single timeline. Man, how big's your bag? That's all that matters, right? And how solid's your business? Do you have equity in your real estate? How much precious metals do you got? Can you feed your family for 3 months? Can you survive 10 days of darkness? You know, when Bitcoin goes down to 10K, XRP can go down to 20, 25 cents. What am I going to be doing? Buying as much as possible. But yeah, to answer your question, Bitcoin goes down to 10K, XRP is going down probably below 30 cents. But then, oh, we win the case. Okay, then we win the case. Then XRP goes. I mean, it's view every one of these events, every one of these situations, every one of these dates as just a switch on or off. If this happens, okay, flip it. We pump. If the settlement's over, we pump. We go. Okay. Bitcoin goes down to 10K. Everyone goes down. Most likely. But the thing with XRP is it's just in the most unique position because it's the only one of the suppressed assets that's in an SEC lawsuit that makes it difficult for the average person to get. Exactly why I've been saying that your time is running out to acquire this suppressed asset. I have been ignoring TikTok. TikTok, what are we working with, guys? Sunshine Act today. Yes. Matthew, are you ready to roll, brother? Let's get it, my man. Yo, we got the documents. We got this case. Ripple's got the whole financial world in their palms right here. Ready to flip that switch. Frankenstein says, yo, drink a beer. You know, got to get my water in. Got to watch the water. Amen. Amen. Elon Musk is now commenting about the lawsuit on Brad's tweet. Elon is a holder. No, he's not. Mark, there's no way. Can anyone confirm that? There's no way. Mark, you can't be saying that. Is that true? Is that TikTok? Are we getting crazy? TikTok's always getting out of control. He did respond? No way. Yo, okay, I gotta pull this up immediately. Guys, this is breaking. Elon Musk has finally responded to the SEC Ripple lawsuit. Are you kidding me? Tweets and replies. No way. Oh my gosh, folks. We got Elon on board. Okay, let me pull this up for you guys, YouTube. Boom. Okay, this is Brad's tweet. Sorry, Brad's tweet. The SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will shock you. And Elon Musk says, no way. Right here. No way. Elon has entered the conversation, folks. Unbelievable. We've been waiting for this moment too for a long time, for Elon to let us know about XRP. We got members from Ripple and from the XRP. They were part of the PayPal mafia, right? They were all there from the very beginning. This goes back so far back. John, how about that with the sombrero? Yo, I actually might have to get another adult beverage because Elon Musk has entered the conversation, folks. This is it. This is game time. We're going now. Now we just need Kanye to comment on the XRP case. You might have to go pour up another one, folks. Huge shout out to Mark on TikTok. I thought that you were capping. Hi Zach, I've had a lot of trouble finding you on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok, I don't know what's happening there. I haven't been posting as much on TikTok though as I used to. Oh my gosh, Elon has entered the chat. Guys, this is a historical day. We got the Hinman documents, 10-year anniversary for Ripple, and now Elon Musk has entered the chat. That is major. I gotta tweet that out right now. If you guys aren't already, make sure you follow me on Twitter. No way. Massive. Absolutely massive. I was wondering too, XRP, this is what's so funny. XRP down today. Yeah, let me pull up the XRP chart. Let's take a look at this thing. XRP down on fantastic news. As the like, this is hilarious. Literally a fat red candle too. Oh, that's so funny, guys. Check this out. Here's your chart for you, YouTube. Houdini, Oliver Toussaint, thank you for the 2-spot. Appreciate that super chat. Yeah, this fat red candle today. Let's actually zoom in on the 15-minute. 15-minute chart. Yeah, today at like 11. I guess we did get a nice green candle at 15:45. When this thing finally breaks out, folks, none of us are going to be ready. Even XRP holders, XRP haters. Do I still think 25 cents is possible again? Yeah, because I still think that Bitcoin going down another 40, 50% again is possible. So I'm wondering, yeah, wondering if he'll chime in more. Someone said that he commented more. All of his. No, that's about it. Yeah. In other news today, Elon said apparently to investors that if he buys Twitter, he's going to cut or slash about 75% of their staff. That's brutal. There's mass layoffs still underway that are coming, folks. We've been talking about this once the recession began. We said, make sure that your job is secure. Make sure that your business is recession proof because we're going to be in this for a while. And Elon hinting that he might be laying off 75% of the staff. What do you think is going to happen at the rest of these tech companies and these startups? I know kids my age that I went to school with that are not the biggest BS jobs ever, working remote for some little cute company. Of course, they're woke. That is not adding value. They're not adding real value. I mean, they're just, well, they're way overblown. That's the thing. Like Twitter could cut 50, 75% of the staff and still be fine and probably operate better. You know? Woodini Oliver, 2spot, thank you for the super chat, says, can 20,000 XRP change my life? Yeah, I think that a few thousand XRP can change your life. I think that anyone who gets involved with this story, with this currency, it's going to change your life. I mean, for me, I know that it's changed my life and how I view the whole economic financial world. It has changed how I view that forever. All right, I see that I have been on for 1 hour, 7 minutes. So I think that that is my cue to head on out for tonight. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone in the community. I always have so much fun with you guys answering your questions. And once again, huge victories for Ripple in the SEC lawsuit. Emergency meetings are already underway. Amidst all of this liquidity crisis, everyone is bringing Ripple to the table so they can actually get deals done and source the best liquidity through XRP. I am your host, Zach Rector. This is the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. God bless you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Thank you so much. TikTok, thank you guys.